You think you're scary? You're not scary at all. Oh yeah? Well, I can scare circles around you. Oh yeah? Prove it. Ah! 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 Run away! He's a real monster! Want some monster deals on thousands of action figures and more? Go to BigBadToyStore.com. Link in the description.
Hello, big kids. It's time for your
What up, big kids? Here's your big review of the Monsters University Scare Major Sulley and Mike Wazowski figures. Here we got the packaging for these figures that are made by Spin Masters. They're pretty much on the card back with the figure out in the open. They even have a little try me feature. They're held together with little strings, or little pieces of rope. Say Monsters University on there. Back of the figures just pretty much have the same bio with each figure. Shows a picture of the toy. It says scary faces, monster moves, and the only other figure in this line is art. Well, let's see if these figures can be a monster hit. And here we got the Monsters University Scare Majors, Sulley and Mike. Pretty fun little toys, not the most detailed, but the gimmicks are actually really fun. Let's take a closer look at them. For the most part, the sculpt looks pretty good. Looks just like how we known him from Monsters Inc. and University. He has nice blue eyes. The paint is this really nice blue that we've seen him. Even the horns have some pretty good detail on them. Like even the spots, just like purpley spots. Like you can see that he's sculpted to be furry, but nothing like too spectacular, But like it is pretty decent. Like I even like his torso is sculpted pretty nice. Like it's not just a smooth texture, and even his little horns on the back look good. Only problem is you can see here the screw holes. Man, poor Sulley, he got screwed bad. And he has the little tail, which has some nice sculpted detail. So. And it even has painted toes, which you can see here, and his nails on his hand. So yeah, I mean the sculpt is pretty good. Nothing spectacular, but it's definitely not bad. Mike Wazowski, he's just pretty much the same green, nothing shading, but like he does have painted nails on his feet and hands. His eye is really smooth, and I don't know, it just looks like his eyeball. But yeah, it's just pretty much this green, and he also got screwed in the back pretty bad too. But yeah, just he does look like Mike, and it doesn't look bad at all either. Now for articulation, these guys do have articulation, but because of the gimmick, it doesn't really work. If you're not using the gimmick, they'll just be in this pose. The only articulation I can really think of that's not used by the gimmick is Sulley's tail. It can fully rotate, so that's cool. But besides that, the gimmick hinders the articulation. Well, let me show you the gimmick. So the main selling point of these figures and why they're $15 is that they have a scare gimmick. Now the way it works, really easy. You just push the legs together, and then when you do that for Sulley, his arms raise and his mouth opens, and he actually has some pretty nice detail in his teeth, so I really do like that a lot. And yeah, so his arms will go up to that much, and his mouth will open. One thing I do like about this gimmick, you can do like, hey, I'm James P. Sullivan. It's like you can make him talk. So I do like that, and for this type character, it works. So with Mike, it's the same thing. You just push the legs together, and not only does his arms raise, his eyeball lowers, and his mouth opens, and his tongue comes out, which is also very cool. You can even see he has his braces or retainer. And his tongue sticking out. So I do like that a lot. And like I said, makes it like he can talk, which is cool. Would you let me together? So that is it is a fun gimmick. Hey Sulley, have you seen my iPad? I gave it back to you after I watched Toy Story 3. No, not my iPad. No, my iPad for my eye, because man, it's allergy season. My eyes are killing me. I see what you did there. Size comparison time. So here you can see these figures are meant to be, I guess, 6-inch scale figures. The thing is, I think Sulley should be a lot bigger. And you can see that they are as tall as like 6-inch figures like the Movie Masters Man of Steel Superman or the Marvel Legends Mark 42 Iron Man. But you see, compared to a Marvel Universe figure like Spider-Man, I think it works in a better scale. Now, I love the first Monsters Inc. and I just saw Monsters University, and I really love that movie too. I love these characters, and I grew up with them. for a person like me in, his late 20s, these aren't the most collector friendly figures. They look decent on display if you just want a cool display piece for a Pixar figure collection, like with your Toy Story or anything else. But this is definitely aimed for kids. But with that said, the gimmick is fun and it makes sense. For $15, with especially how much other toys are costing or more, I think that's not too bad of a price for the fact that you're getting pretty decent looking figures that have a fun gimmick. This is definitely something that I would see if I had kids. I would play with them and have like Sulley Mike talk and just go, and just it's fun. Like I say, it's not, you won't be able to pose them, but for what they are fun kids toys that look decent enough for a collector's shelf. Just you won't have them do more than just like stand there. But with that said, if you're a huge fan of Monsters Inc. and University, I say even if you're a collector, they're good for a nice display thing. Way better than those other figures that are $5 cheaper, but you don't get that much posability out of those anyway. And yeah, I think if you just want a fun little Monsters University toy for your kids, I definitely recommend them for that purpose too. For more geek news, reviews, podcasts, more, go to bkbn.net. I'm Sean Long. Remember, celebrate your nerdom in a big way.
Go to bkbn.net. Go to bkbn.net. Go to bkbn.net. I tell you to go now.
Hey, Sulley. Yeah, Mike. I know you don't think I'm scary, but I actually have one last face I want to try out on you.
Well, show me.
Okay, ready for it?
By the way, it's horrifying. I can't watch. I'm gonna have nightmares the rest of my life.